today's MMA fight preview is with Solomon Renfro. Solomon is going to be fighting at CFFC 98. That's going to be on July 3rd, 2021, down at the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia. Solomon is carrying a 7-1 record into that fight against Lee Henry Lilly, who is 7-4. Solomon, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate your time. I know that you are probably water loading. I saw you drinking that gallon of water. So, how are you feeling? How's your weight? What weight is this fight going to be at?
Fight's going to be at welterweight, so 170.
Okay.
Weight feels good, man. Everything feels good. I'm just water loading right now, so it comes off easier, but it's going to be a smooth cut. I feel like that's going to be the hardest part for me, the weight, honestly. That's the biggest fight usually.
And the weight cut process, it's something that nobody ever really enjoys, right? A lot of people say it is the hardest part of the fight, and after the weight cut, it's like, all right, it's time to eat, and then it's time to eat when we get in the cage. Is that something for you that's almost part of the mental process of, all right, I know this is going to suck, I know this is going to be miserable, and then, make weight, and then the fun part happens?
No, because honestly, I fought at 185 before. I actually have a title at 185 as a pro, and I didn't really cut much weight for that, and I performed great in that fight. I took that one on 2 weeks' notice too. So,
okay.
No, I don't really think that. It's just at this point, I'm a real professional, and just another day, just another day in the jungle. So I'm gonna drink this water up, keep eating clean and make this weight and go out there and dominate, whoop his ass, get my W, be 8-1 come Saturday, punch my tickets to the UFC. That's it, and then take over from.
Yes, sir. And I've been following you for a pretty long time on social, and I've seen you speak about this, right? Being the greatest, getting to the UFC, and right, that's always been that vision in your mind. Is that something that you had, being an elite athlete, is that something that you've had in your mind since you were a young kid, or was it something you got done wrestling and then you walked into the MMA gym, you're like, shit, I could be the greatest in the world at this?
No, it's something I had in my mind as a kid. Whatever I wanted to do, whatever I ever did, I wanted to be the best at it. I don't care if it was fucking ping pong, and honestly, I suck at ping pong, but I get mad if I lose. Right now, I really been another hobby I've been doing is golfing. Just mainly going to the driving range, and I'm getting pretty smooth at that. But I want to be the best at that, so I do want to be the best at whatever I'm going to do. So I chose to dedicate my life to MMA, and I should say maybe it chose me, and I'm going to be the best at that. That's it.
Now, is that something you also had to, as a younger kid or younger athlete, right? With that mentality, there comes some, some learning and some tough times. If you lose a tournament or you do this or you do that and you don't perform like you thought you would. So would you say that early on in life you were like a sore loser? Is that something that you hated losing? You'd just be pissed off and it would, be something that would really ruin your day?
I'm always respectful, and winning or losing, but I'm not losing no fucking more. I'm definitely a fucking sore loser, but as a kid, honestly, it just prepared me. I guess anything I ever lost, it prepared me for my life in the future. Taught me what I did wrong in those situations to know what to do right in those situations that I have now. So mainly the biggest thing for me is, as long as I'm mentally sharp and I'm focused, I'm not going to lose to nobody in the fucking world. And that's it. And that's all.
And it's fun to watch you fight, right? Because you come out and you have, you can just see the confidence that you have when you're walking out, right? And I don't think you care who you're fighting, where you're fighting them. You're going out there and, it's go time. You're going to win that fight. So talk to me about this upcoming fight on the 3rd, right? You're fighting in a pretty experienced opponent. He's 7-4. Just, walk me through where your head's at right now, a few days out.
Feeling great, honestly. I feel phenomenal, man. I'm in great shape. I had a great camp. Nothing's really changed as far as training camp goes, except for, we pick up the pace. When we actually have a fight booked. But I'm in the gym every day, all day. So this is all I do. And I'm so confident because of the work I put in. I know no one in the world is putting in the work that I'm putting in. I've sacrificed so much to be here and do what I do and do what I love. I know no one's making no sacrifice, and if they are, they don't want it as bad as me at the end of the day, and that's what it comes down to. I want it better than bad. I mean, I want it literally. I know it sounds maybe a little cringy, but I really want it as bad as I want to breathe. That's all I think about all day, all night long. First thing I wake up in the morning, first thing that happens is MMA, and at night, first thing that comes to my mind is MMA. If I have a brain fart or something, I forget something, the way I bring myself back to my center and realize what's going on again, I say MMA, and I'm like, okay. From there, then I figure out what I want to do with what I forgot or what I'm about to do. So I just know that no one else is putting the work that I'm putting in. They're not putting the time I'm putting in. They're not studying the way I'm studying film. They're not stretching. They're not doing nutritional. I'm taking everything serious. Sleeping, every aspect of this game, I'm taking 100% serious. I know they're not doing that. So that's where my confidence comes from.
Now, is that the sleep, the nutrition, the strength and conditioning, where you're at right now, right? Is that is something that you've picked up pieces and bits and pieces of that along the way? Are you with the same camp you've always been? Have you switched camps? Talk me through that as you've come up since I think 2017 you made your pro debut. So decent amount of fights in the last 4 years.
Right. So my first 5 pro fights, I was training in Buffalo, New York, and I was at it's MMA gym, all respect to those guys, but it's kind of like an amateur type MMA gym. It's not like really for all with fighting that I should have been at a better gym, to be honest. I was kind of just doing things by myself. I always had great boxing. Since I was a kid, I've been boxing since I was 6 years old. So I know a lot of boxers in the area. So I would go box with the pro boxers. I would go wrestle with the D1 wrestlers at UB. Then I would do like a lot of groundwork with my friend Patchy Mix at the time, who's in Bellator. He's a star over in Bellator. And that was pretty much my training camp. And I would just spar whoever I could spar. I would kickbox with a guy named Joe Taylor. He fought on Glory a few times. And I was just running around all over town just trying to go. A few times I actually fought, and I had like literally my friends in my corner. Literally. So after I won the 85-pound belt on the show called Maverick, it was the one time I didn't fight for CFFC. The promoter was like, "Yo, who was in your corner?" And I was like, "Oh, my boys." And he's like, "Oh, you gotta get a real team." And I was like, "I got a real team. What the fuck you talking about?" He was like, "No, you gotta get a real team." So he introduced me to Tiger Strowman, and honestly, I was scheduled to go to 3 other gyms as well, but I went to Tiger Strowman's. I fell in love. And since I've been there, I got guys like Shane Burgos, Lyman Good, Jimmy Rivera, Julio Arce, Lewis, Nick Pace. Man, so many great guys just guiding me, teaching me the right things. I mean, even the weight cut process. Like I was cutting weight I don't know how some people do it, but I was doing it all wrong, and I would still show up and perform. My camps were not all wrong, but they weren't great camps, to be honest. I was working hard. I was doing the work, but I didn't have the mentorship or the coaching that I really needed, to be able to excel the way. And don't get me wrong, I was excelling. I was undefeated. I was beating good guys, but I wasn't finishing guys like I am now. Difference now between now and then is like, I guess the consistency of the amount of the reps that I'm getting, the work that I'm getting, and it's also learning the nutrition aspect, the sleep aspect, the strength conditioning aspect, the recovery aspect. Adding all those things in on top of my amazing work ethic, that's why I say I'm going to be the GOAT. I mean, they say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. This is talent and hard work combined. So you got to be great. This is what happens when you have Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, or a Tiger Woods, a Tom Brady, And so you can say Tom Brady wasn't talented, but he's damn sure talented when it comes to reading that playbook, or let's even say a Lamar Jackson, guys that are extremely talented but also work hard and study the playbook and do everything else the right way. You become great. So that's why I know it's pretty much inevitable for me, as long as I stay in this path, which I will, to become a great.
So it's safe to say that we'll see the best Solomon Renfro we've ever seen at CFFC 98.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned you only fought for one other promotion, that was Maverick, but you fought all of your fights for CFFC. And as
Yeah,
anybody who follows regional MMA knows, CFFC is sending guys, to the UFC constantly, right? We just saw Jeremiah Wells make his UFC debut over the weekend,
yeah,
right? Former CFFC champ. They got, guys all over UFC. You come
yeah.
out of this fight with a win on Saturday. Is that where your head's at next? Is that where you're looking to go?
Yeah, I believe after I dominate this Saturday night, I should be getting a call to the UFC, and I'll start my domination there, start my takeover. I really look forward to it. But right now, I'm not really thinking about that. Mainly, I'm thinking about getting rid of Lee Henry. So, because if I don't do that, nothing else that I'm saying happens. So, like I said, I after any mistakes that I had in the past or any losses that I had in the past, I learned to stay present and stay focused. As long as I'm present and focused on the objective at hand, I'm going to dominate. I'm going to win. And that's it.
Awesome, Solomon. We're really looking forward to see you fight. It's always exciting when you get in the cage. We'll be watching that was CFFC 98. That'll be on July 3rd. Before I let you go, just wanted to give you a chance to shout out anybody who's been helping you out along the way. I know you said you moved camps a little bit a while ago and you got some sponsors, things like that. So feel free.
Yeah, I got Believe Elite Strength Conditioning. I obviously got Team Tiger Showman's. That's my head. That's my team. I got Edge Pro Physical Therapy, helping me recover 24/7 if I have any questions. They're really good about getting back to me immediately. I got my friends and family. They all know who they are. My supporters, my loved ones. I love you guys so much. And the biggest thing I want to say is, hey, the Renfro Show is back, baby. The greatest show on canvas. Tune in July 3rd. I'm going to dominate. I'm going to whoop his ass and punch my ticket to UFC. I can't wait to go out there and put on the show. And I'm extremely excited to be in the position that I'm in right now. A lot of hard work to get here. I'm not taking anything for granted. But don't get this confused, man. I'm not cocky. I'm confident, but I'm confident because of the work I put in, the sacrifices that I make day in and day out. I know most people just wouldn't do that, and they're not doing that. And my opponent for damn sure isn't doing that. So I'm gonna go out there and make a statement and punch my ticket.
Awesome, Solomon. I can't wait to see it. Keep grinding. Looking forward to your fight on the 3rd. Good luck. I'll speak with you on the other side.
Thank you very much, man. I can't wait to go out there and dominate and speak to you again.
All right. Thank you. See you soon.
All love.
All right. You too.